Officer Levi Carter had just stepped out of his patrol car when he heard it, a tiny, broken cry cutting through the desert silence. He froze. The sun burned down on an old metal pole, and tied to it a German Shepherd puppy.
Too thin.
Too quiet. Too tired to even stand. The rope was digging into its neck. Its paws were raw, shaking on the hot ground. The only shade was Levi's shadow. Another cry, barely a whisper. Almost like please. Levi swallowed hard. He'd seen crashes, fights, cruelty. But this hit a part of him he never talked about. He moved slowly, like approaching something fragile. The puppy lifted its eyes, just enough to meet his. And something inside Levi shifted. A calm, steady voice rose in him. Not today. Not this one. The wind kept blowing, but the storm was already moving inside him. Levi carried the puppy into the station, wrapped in his uniform shirt. The break room smelled like old coffee and bleach. The AC hummed its usual tired note. He ran warm water over the puppy's fur, gentle, steady. No talking. Just breath and focus. Behind him, footsteps. A low chuckle. Officer Dean leaned on the doorframe. Carter, man, seriously? It's a dog. Levi didn't react. He just kept rinsing dirt from tiny paws that didn't stop trembling. Then Chief Ralph Henson walked in, slow, heavy, like trouble wearing a badge. You wasting hours again? Ralph asked. His voice had the tone Levi knew too well, mocking, lazy, dismissive. Levi dried the pup with a towel. He was left to die, he said softly. Ralph shrugged. Log it as disposal. We're not filling paperwork for strays. Something in Levi's jaw twitched. The only sign he was angry. He filled out the report anyway. Clean handwriting. Clear details. No drama. The laughter behind him grew louder. Hero Carter saving the world, Dean muttered. Levi ignored them. He logged the case as severe neglect and pressed submit. One click. Quiet. Decisive. The room shifted. Even before Ralph spoke, everyone felt it. You filed that as a criminal case? Ralph snapped. Levi lifted the puppy. It is criminal. Silence. Sharp. Uncomfortable. Eyes flicked between them, waiting for Levi to fold. But he didn't. He just repeated, calm as ever. It's the truth, sir. That calmness cracked something no shouting ever could. That night, while most officers scrolled their phones, Levi worked. He photographed tire tracks, collected a half-melted water bottle, bagged rope fibers, matched them to a local hardware store's inventory. Not revenge. Not ego. Just truth. By sunrise, county investigators walked into the precinct asking for one name. Officer Levi Carter. Ralph almost choked on his coffee.
For what? He asked.
The lead investigator held up Levi's file. Best evidence we've seen on an animal cruelty ring all year. This opens a full probe. The room went quiet. Like someone hit mute. Whispers replaced laughter. People who mocked him the night before suddenly stood a little straighter. Levi didn't change. Didn't brag. Didn't even smile. He just checked the puppy's food bowl and thanked the janitor who handed him a spare blanket. But then, something unexpected. The lead investigator squinted at Levi's ID. Carter, wait. Are you related to Marilyn Carter? Levi froze. He almost said no. But the investigator already held the document. A training manual. Author. Marilyn Carter, founder of the state's Animal Cruelty Enforcement Program. His mother. Ralph's face strained of color. You never told us that, Ralph whispered. Levi shrugged, eyes on the puppy. Didn't need to.
And that was it.
No shouting. No revenge. Just a truth so simple it crushed the man who tried to silence him. Ralph sat down slowly. Tie loosened. Hand shaking. Humiliated not by force, but by integrity. County officials began an internal audit before lunch. New training. New reporting rules. Everything Ralph fought against for years. Now happening because a quiet officer refused to look away. Levi signed the final transfer papers for the puppy. Marked safe. Recovering. Ready for a better life. He set his badge on the desk for a moment, not quitting, just grounding himself. Because sometimes the weight of doing the right thing presses harder than the wrong. Outside, the desert heat softened. A slow sunrise lifted over the highway, the same direction Levi had come from the night before. He stepped into the light with the puppy tucked against his chest. The wind was gentle now. No cries. No fear. Just breath. A life saved. A system changed. A quiet hero walking out of a building that finally understood who he was. If you've ever held on to truth when everyone doubted you, you know how this feels.